Okay, we'll start the session. So in the previous session, we saw the how we can execute a rate for billing with two line items, that is the consumption energy quantity and the standing energy. Also, I want to show you with the mass processing how we can do at a time mass processing of meter reading orders, billing documents, and also invoicing. But I need to create some database for that. Basically, at least 3 or 4 contracts we have to create with different partners. So that part I'll keep it ready. So in the next session we will see the mass processing. Meanwhile, we have now understood the concept behind the periodic consumption billing, where periodically you take the meter readings of the consumption from the meter and then we execute the billing document to evaluate the energy quantity. And then we prepare the invoice and collect the payment from the customer. Now, on the whole, in the billing, there are 3 categories of billing what you can do in ISU. So one is your consumption, periodic consumption billing, what we are doing presently. Apart from the periodic consumption billing, we also process what is called the move out billing, also called as end billing. And then the third category of billing documents, what we process is called the manual billing document. So basically, in the case of move out billing document, the business process involves customer or consumer vacating the particular premise. And for that, we are going to prepare the billing document, taking into consideration of the meter reading as on the date of move out, and then make based on that we process the invoice and collect the payment. Of course, the move out can also be linked to the dunning process, where the system can check and advise whether any earlier dues have been paid or not, or if they have been outstanding, then it can stop the move out process. Because until unless we collect all the dues from the consumer, the move out cannot be done. The manual billing document is processed at any given point of time. There is no restriction as far as the end billing date is concerned. Because in the periodic consumption billing, we are supposed to bill as per the portion and billing date. But whereas here, the manual billing is not governed by any portion, in the sense I can bill it at any point of time. Also, it is independent of the meter reading. That means I don't have to create any meter reading order and then we can do the meter reading and billing. Of course, we can enter all the device related information in the manual billing. You can also enter the consumption, but manually. So manual billing document is used as option sometimes when you miss out periodic consumption billing, or maybe there was some error, so that billing document got cancelled, and then we are preparing after the end billing date, we can prepare the manual billing. Also, you can use manual billing document for processing credit memo and then debit memo. Also, it is used in Germany for franchisee fee collection process, where the utility company will levy some amount on the consumer, which is basically a franchisee fee, and whatever money has been collected through this billing document will be passed on to the municipal authorities, because municipal authorities also levy some charges for the services they render, but they don't directly do it on the consumer. It has to come through the utility company. So in today's session, we will see how we can do the move out process and the corresponding billing document. Now, as we have done in the case of periodic consumption billing, we have to maintain certain configurations in billing, and then corresponding to billing, we have to maintain certain configurations in FICA, because for every billing, we have to see what is the main transaction type and sub transaction type, and they should be maintained for the company code and the division, and also accordingly you should maintain the account determination. So this is a regular process for every billing what you're going to do. Periodic consumption billing, manual billing, and billing, all these are different billing processes. So for them we recognize through different main transaction type. For periodic consumption billing, we use the main transaction type as 0 100. and based on that we had the sub-transaction. Now sub-transaction being the same, because we execute the same rate also in the case of move out, the main transaction type will be different. It will be 0 200, which is for the move out process. So we have to assign that main transaction type to the company code and the division along with the sub-transaction. And then you can maintain the account determination for the main transaction. But the entire move out process is actually done through a document which is called move out document. Just like we have configured the move in document configuration, we also have to do the move out configuration. Basically, the move out configuration can be done at two levels, one at the document level and one at the contract level, because you need to have some controls at the document level but also at the contract level, just like in the case of move in. So first we will complete that, then we will see how we execute the billing, what is the document type, what is the number range for that, and then finally the FICA settings. Once we are done with it, we will be able to process the move on document. And also, once you do the move out process, materialing will come, billing will come, but you have to process ultimately invoice. So there are some options available for creating the invoice in the move out document, and that part we're going to see. So first we'll go to IST billing, the document type, number range, what we need to maintain, and also assign the document type to document category, because at the system level, the system recognizes only three types of documents for billing, and we have to assign document type what we have to document category. Actually, that is already done here, but we have to check what the settings are there. So go to utilities and then select the contract billing. Then we'll select the billing execution. Then we will select the billing documents. Allocate number ranges to document types. So we have to first keep the document types ready and then assign it to the number ranges. So I'm going to the automatic billing and simulation. Here we can see define number ranges for the billing document and define document type category for consumption billing and final billing. So final billing is end billing, which is basically for move out process. So select it. Now over here we can see document categories are fixed in the system. 01 is for consumption billing, 02 for final billing, and 05 is for manual billing. We also have simulation process. For that we have a document type belonging to category 04. But we will select 02 for final billing. The document type is SA. This is the document type which has been created and assigned to document type category 02. 02 is basically for final billing. That means at this client level, we have only one document type. It is independent of the company code or sales, the division. I can use the same document type for any division, because at the system level, we have only client level document type. There is no assignment of any document type here to a company code or division, but that part we are doing at the invoice level. Now, whether you do manual billing or end billing or consumption billing, ultimately all of them have to move to invoicing. There we have only one invoice document type, FA, that can be used for preparing the print document for consumption billing, manual billing, and also end billing. So there is no change in the invoice process. It is already done for the consumption billing. Same will work out here also. But the billing document type is SA. This document type SA, we are assigning it to number ranges. So number ranges are defined here. You can maintain different number ranges for manual billing, end billing, and also final billing, or you can use the same number range allocated to all the document types. Here at this moment I have only one number range which I have created, internal. Number range is always internal because there is no provision to enter any external number range when you do the billing process. So here we are assigning number range to document type. Our document type is SA. For that we have allocated the particular number range. So for SA we are using 02 as the number range. But I think 02 number range is already assigned here in the system, but number range is not created probably. I think only 01 was created, I think. So we will have to create one number range which is identified as 02 and then maintain the number ranges. So come to here again, define number ranges for billing document, select the intervals. 01 is there already, so I'm selecting interval 02. Okay, from number 1000 to 1999. I'm giving the number range internal and then save it. So when you are doing the final billing, our first number will be 1000. That is the billing document number. Now this is the configuration what we are supposed to do in the billing. Invoice, nothing to be done. FA will be the invoice document type. We have already assigned it to company code. Now we have to go to FICA where we have to check what is the main transaction type and what is the corresponding sub transaction type. So let's go to financial accounting new and then select contract accounts receivable and payable. Then we will select basic functions and then postings and documents. Select the document. Maintain document assignments. Here we can see maintain main transactions and sub transactions. Main transaction classifies the billing or the activity through which posting will happen to FICA. Like we have seen 0100 has been used for your consumption billing. Now application area R and then 0200 is for the final billing. That means we are going to maintain a reconciliation account based on the main transaction type 0200. Now this 0200 will have the corresponding sub transaction. So select maintain sub transactions, which is already done, but we have to check what are the sub transactions. So main transaction is 0200 and these are the sub transactions. So whatever sub transactions you have assigned for the consumption billing, same will be here because it is yet again regular billing only based on the meter reading. So there's no need to change any sub transactions. Whatever we have done for the consumption billing can also work for the our end billing. But we have some additional sub transactions also. Service charge receivable, settlement price receivable, credit for service. So 0021 is what we are using, which will prepare the sub transaction line item corresponding to which the amount will become debit to the customer account and a reversal or payment will be 011 energy price credit. Okay. Now we have to assign these sub transaction types and main transaction type to company code and the division. So select maintain transactions for ISU. Then we are selecting maintain transactions for billing. Now initially you created our company code from 1000 which 001 sorry, which is the module company code, and both our company codes are sharing the same chart of account. So I can replicate the settings which are done for 0100 for our company code. So thereby very quickly we can transfer the data. So company code 0001, division 01 for electricity, main transaction 0200. If you select, these are all the main and sub transactions assigned to company code and the division. So we can select all the existing lines for 200 and then copy it. After copying, we will change it to our company code. Our company code is TTT and the division is T1. Enter. Similarly, we are taking it for the second one, T1. So basically, I'm entering data for all the combinations of main and sub transaction. Okay, so we have copied all the existing allocations to company code 0001 to our company code. Now we are saving this. Now we are going to process basically billing document and then invoice. So once you prepare the invoice, there has to be a account determination. The accounts have to be posted. So you have to maintain the account determination for sub transaction and the main transaction. So sub transaction postings EK02 we will select. Chart of account is INT. So select the existing lines for company code 000101, account determination ID 01 0200. So we can see for 11, 20, 21 we have maintained all the GL accounts, but we need to maintain for 11 and 21. Okay, so let me select this line of 21 and then copy, single copy. So we have to change it to company code TTT and our division is T1. We are using the account determination ID for residential customers as TX. Enter. And we have the corresponding GL account as 800520. But we have maintained our own tax code in FICA, that is T1. Select this and then save it. So for 21 we have given the GL account. Same way we have to do it for 0001 11 sub transaction, 0001 company code 0101 0200. So select 11 and then copy, single copy. We change it to company code TTT T1 and TX and then change the tax determination code to T1 and then save it. This is as far as the revenue line items sub transaction related account posting can happen. So now we'll go to EK01, that is for main transaction, the total amount what you are posting it to reconciliation account, basically debiting. So we will find out what is the GL account by selecting 0001 01 01 0200. So the reconciliation account is 1,45,520. Now actually we can maintain different reconciliation accounts for consumption billing, manual billing and end billing, because that is the basic purpose why we are maintaining account determination, and we can always maintain different GL accounts, reconciliation accounts. But here for the convenience we are using only the same GL account for all the business process. But in reality you can have different reconciliation account. Now select the particular line and then single copy. Change it to our company code TTT T1 01 will now become TX. Our tax determination code is TX. So 1,45,520 will be the GL account. Now I'm going to save it. So the account determination part we have done for the both main transactions and sub transaction. And finally, now we will go to the move out document process, the document type level configurations. So IMG, select utilities and select the customer process service, process execution, and then we are selecting move in and move out. Select the move out. So two important controls are required. One is the control required at the document level and one is required at the contract level. So first we'll see what is required at the document level. Select it. There is an existing assignment maintained for 0001 company code. We will copy that and after copying change it to our company code TTT. This is the settings. Now what are these controls we will understand. So save it. First we'll save the settings at the document level. Select the particular line and select the details. So here there are some controls what we need to maintain. Now there is a box here for auto final bill. Okay. Now, what is this auto final bill? We need to understand. Basically, when you say bill, it is not actually billing document. It is invoice, what they are talking about. So, once you process the move out document and enter all the meter readings, we can trigger the processing of invoice directly from the move out document itself. So, if you select this particular box, then once you enter the meter readings, so, and when you close the meter reading document, automatically system will first create in the background a billing document, which is the end billing document, what we have configured, SA, and then referring to that particular document, system will automatically process a invoice, that is the print document. So for that to happen, when you create the billing document, we have to enter the reconciliation key, because okay, probably reconciliation key we have to enter. Using that reconciliation key, system will automatically prepare the invoice. That means billing is done first in the background. Referring to that billing, it will create an invoice in the background. Now, it will happen only if you click this button automatically. But you don't want to make it as a default because it may take some time in processing. So you have a provision also, manually select the tab to trigger. That means if you want automatically invoice to be created in the background, you can select the tab in the document itself when you process. Otherwise, you save the document type, document what to create, move out, enter the meter reading, and then you can carry out the billing like a normal process, like regularly what we do. That means you're not linking directly to happen from the move on document. So, but if you select auto final bill here, always system will try to process the billing and invoicing in the background. And if you select no final bill, then it means you cannot do any final billing directly from the document. So first you prepare the document, save it, and then you process the end billing document, and then you take the invoice. So we will check for auto final bill and also how we can trigger it from the document. So at the moment what I'm doing, I'm not selecting this auto final bill. Subsequently, after we do one scenario, we will change this to auto final bill and then see how it will happen. Move out notification. Basically, when you prepare a move out document, a notification can be processed in the background. Basically, for the plant maintenance, it can create a notification. Based on the notification, we can create the service order, and then based on the service order, move out can be done at the site. That means a service person can go to the site and then execute all the requirements to be done at the site. That is, if you are linking it to plant maintenance through the notification and your service order. Now, you have put here stop BB plan. Basically, BB refers here to budget billing. Like sometimes what happens, the consumer might have opted for the budget billing. That means you are doing regularly budget billing for them on a monthly basis or a bi-monthly. That is a fixed amount you are charging the customer. Now at the time of move out, we take the meter reading and then find out how much has been already received, and then the balance can be collected through the invoice. But since the move out is going to happen, it means that once the move out is over, the contract is no more eligible. So existing budget billing plan should be, stopped. That means when you're doing mass processing for the budget billing, this particular contract or the budget billing plan will not appear because already customer has moved out. So stop the budget billing plan means it is almost like deactivating it so that it is not accessed. It is not accessed when you to try to do the mass processing. So that is the purpose. So these are the some of the controls what we are maintaining in the document level. Similarly, we have to see now move out control parameters at the contract level, because contract is also part of the business process. Like when you did the move in, a contract was created. Now that we are trying to move out, so the contract has to be closed. So for that we have some controls. So define move out control parameters at the contract level. Now this can be maintained as per the division, because contract is always division specific, and you can also maintain it for billing classes, different billing classes. So let us select the existing setting, what is there for electricity, copy, and then change it to our company code TTT. Division is T1, and we are using at the moment our contracts have been processed with the billing class T002, that is residential customer without demand. Okay, and then continue and then save it. Now, what are the controls at the contract level? If you see, no MR document, stop BB plan. Now, what is no MR document? We'll try to see. Customer meter reading document will not be accepted. If you select the no MR document, customer card for the meter reading by the customer. Normally, meter reading will be done by the company as a regular process. Sometimes we are not in a position to do the meter reading. We can do the estimation directly in the meter reading result, or there is a provision also the meter reading can be done by the consumer and then they can send the data to us. But that is okay when you're doing the regular periodic consumption billing. But at the time of move out, we do not want the customer to report the meter reading because we want to see exactly what is the meter reading by the company person so that we know precisely this is the meter reading result. So system will not allow you to process the meter reading through customer meter reading card. Okay, so that is what we are activating no MR. And stop BB plan at the contract level, because always budget billing plans are at the contract level. So it will stop the budget billing plan, no more available for access in the mass transaction. Then we are also giving here a Dunning block, okay, interval, that is 14. So what is this 14? We will see. Dunning block interval. Interval for Dunning block for the contract in the case of move out indicates how many days before move out date the Dunning block should come into force. That means suppose we are doing the move out on the uh, end of the month. So 14 days before the Dunning period will come into picture. So it will check in that period whether any outstandings are pending which are not been cleared, so that if there are outstandings which are pending, then move out cannot be processed until unless you collect the payment. So that is the whole idea. So this is the settings what we are maintaining at the contract level. Okay. So once we have maintained this data, we will be in a position to process the move out. So how to process the move out, we will see now. Basically, you need to have a contract available with you, then only you can do the move out. Existing contract, which is existing, which you want to move out. So let me go to technical master data and select one particular installation, which we are trying to do the move out. Select the change. Yeah. So I just completed that setting for move out at the contract level. Now we are trying to do the actual business process of move out. So I need to have a contract where already a consumer is staying in a particular premise and that particular contract I want to do move out. So if I try to find out the installation, I will try to get also the contracts. So if I go to installation, we created some installation for the division T1. So we'll select the first installation, probably the one, okay, and then see whether contract is there. I mean whether consumer is staying in the premise for this particular installation. We can find out. So it was not, it is a vacant installation, not occupied. So let us take installation 2. This is also vacant. So installation number 3. So this is the existing, installation where we can see consumer 141 is staying, current contract is 2 and the premise is 2. So we need premise number. Premise is 2, what you can see from here. And business partner is 141. So for this 141 business partner and the premise 2, we want to do the move out. So premise is 2 and the business partner is 141. So in order to do the move out, we also require the contract account. Which contract account we want to? Because 141 is a business partner. We can enter the business partner and then system will try to tell us the contract account. But you can always find out what is the business partner for the corresponding business partner. So for the business partner 141, we will try to find out what is the contract account. So business partner 141. So business partner 141, I think 101 is the contract account. That's what we created initially. So 101 is the contract account. So we know the contract account, we know the premise number, and we will try to do the move out process. So let's go to the customer service, process execution, and then we are selecting move out, create. Move out is always done current date or backdated or in future also you can do. But we are taking the move out on today's date. Let us say contract account is 101 and the premise is 2. So once we enter the premise, it will show the installation, which is move out processing was cancelled during the number range check. Okay. So, okay. Basically, I think move out document type is there, but we did not maintain the number ranges because it's a new system. Just like we have assigned number ranges for moving document, we also have to maintain the number ranges for the move out document. So let's go to the process execution, customer service, process execution, move in, move out, and then select the move out. So define number ranges for the move out documents. We did not have any number ranges maintained, so that's why it could not process. So we'll create one number range interval 1 to 999. Enter and then save it. Because every move out will be recorded through a document which is unique. So that number range was missing. So I have given that. Again, we will go to the customer service, process execution, move out, create. So our move out date is current date, contract account is 101, premise is 2. Enter. So corresponding to premise 2, it will show us what is the installation and what is the corresponding contract. So now it has taken back all the information from the corresponding installation. So for the installation belonging to premise 2, there is a contract and the contract number is basically 3. Contract 3 was created. Contract 2, actually contract 2 is created. Now this contract we are going to process for move out. Now as a part of basically business process, meter reading quantity has to be entered at the time of move out. So normally what happens, once we save the move out document, automatically a meter reading order is created in the background. We can check that information, and either you can enter the meter reading in the execution meter reading sheet directly entry, or you can also come back and enter here. So either one of them will do. They will update each other. So what I will do, straight away I don't want to enter here. I can do the estimation here also and enter, but let me first save the move on document and then we'll come back to enter the meter reading. So I'm saving the move out document. So based on this, a print will happen, but I think here the script is not maintained properly. It may not show the output, but we'll try to find out for the contract 2 whether any meter reading order has been created. And for that meter reading order, we can enter the results, which will update automatically in the move out document also. Since we are processing for the first time, it is compiling all the programs. So move out document 1 has been created. That is the first move out document we have created. Now corresponding to this move out, whether it has created any meter reading order, I want to check. So go to device management, meter reading, order creation. But actually order has been created. We don't have to create. Directly we'll go to order output. For the contract 2, we want to see whether any meter reading order has been created. Print parameters, LP01, print preview, print preview, execute. So 2801 2016, it is actually showing the meter reading. Meter reading reason is 03. Probably this is the one. 01 is for the consumption billing. So we'll see print MR order, how it will show. Device 23 register. Now expected meter reading is showing as 843.75. That means from the last billing of the consumption up to the date of move out, that is today, what is the consumption? It is telling expected is 843, maximum 922, minimum is 765. So let us say our actual consumption is 922. So I will enter this consumption in the meter reading result, 900, let us say. So go to entry of the meter reading results and then single entry. For the contract 2, I want to enter. Select this, select 28. So meter reading recorded, I will say, is 900. And then meter reading result is OK. And then save it. Now let us go to move out document and then see what is the updating there. So go to customer service and then move out display. Move out document 1 is what we processed. Meter reading data. So meter reading data, you can see it is already updated as 900. That means whatever meter reading we entered there, it is updated here also. That means this meter reading activity is completed. It is ready for billing. Now, in the case of change mode, you have an option where if you want to trigger the billing, you can do directly. That means basically you are expecting to process the billing document in the background and then create an invoice. But since we did not maintain auto confirmation, we have to trigger it if you want from here. So contract control data, if you want to do auto final billing, we have to select the box and then give the reconciliation key. Then system will automatically process the billing document first in the background and subsequently it will create an invoice. But we don't want to do that. We will create our document as usual from the EASIBI, that is the billing document. So go to EASIBI. We are trying to process the end billing. So contract account is 101. We'll take the contract as 2 and then do the billing, execute. So billing is terminated. We'll try to find out what is the result. Billing order for installation 3 is not in the selection. So we have to probably, actually it is taken as per the schedule date probably. So actually scheduling is not required here because it is anytime we can do the meter reading for the final closure. But let me see, individual billing. So there's no end billing process. So let's go to billing, billing execution. individual processing, manual billing. So EASIBI, only for manual billing we have got a separate transaction. Okay, but for the end billing there is no separate transaction. So let us reverse the meter reading and then see what happens. So basically you don't have to create any meter reading order because it's not bound by schedule date, but it is showing that way. So let me try once again. EASIBI, bill by 28, scheduled billing date, execute. If you did not start billing via billing under selection, you might have to extend the scheduled billing date so that billing orders are included in the billing. We'll try to see whether we can do the billing by 30th, 31st 2016. Billing is terminated. So what I will do, first I will reverse that meter reading. We'll check on what basis meter reading order was created. Actual meter reading order is created here, not based on the schedule date, but there seems to be some missing data we will try to establish. So first what I will do, go to device management and then reversal for the contract 2 and then reverse. Okay, there are multiple scheduled dates were there, 25, 15, 11, 15, 11. So maybe meter reading reason is 9. When you do the meter reading, what are the meter reading reasons? Interim meter reading, service territory, interim, control reading. So it is not bound by any of these controls when you do the meter reading for the end moment. But since there is an error, what I will do, I will try to reverse the data, reversal. Go to the contract 2 and then reverse. So we'll select all of them and then reverse. So reversal for installation 3, planned, meter reading started, go back. So now automatically it will remove the data from the our move out document because we have reversed the meter reading result. So if you go to change and then see, meter reading document is 1. So meter reading data is still there, but I can enter. So let me remove it. Now try to estimate. It is showing 739. So we'll take it as 750 and then save it. So document 1 has been saved. Then go to EASIBI and then execute. It is still terminating. No operand values were found for T1Q price. T1Q price. Now we'll go back to the installation and then try to update the operands. Probably for this we did not do the billing earlier, so probably there's no operand value available. Yeah, that's why it was showing, I think, the missing data. Actually, after doing the move in, we did not build that. Probably that's the reason it was showing that error. So go to technical master data, go to installation and then change. Installation here is 3, for which the contract is 2. Premise is 2, current contract. So facts we'll try to give here. Operand T1Q price, we can give it as 0101 2015 onwards, valid up to 31st 12 2015, or you can give 31st 12 999. Price we can pick it up automatically depending on the price key. PT2 scale based price is there. You can give the scale based price and then transfer and then come back and then save it. So now I want to do the final billing, EASIBI. and then execute. Okay, we also have the rate structure with the flat rate price, so that also you have to maintain, and the fact, because we updated the rate with the lump sum prices. So go to facts and then select the operand. So we'll select the T1 LUMANT standing energy amount. So we will take this also from 0108 2015, valid from 0108 2015 up to 31st 12 999. We created a price key for, okay, this is standing amount, sorry, I have to take for the price. So operand is T1 FLATP, standing energy price. I'm taking it from here, and then 0108 2015 up to 31st 12 999. We have given a price key for flat rate 6,000 rupees per year for a block of 365 days. Transfer. Specify date within the period 15/11/2015. Okay, because our installation is valid from that date, so we'll take 15/11/2015 up to 31st 12 999. Select F4, that is PT3, and then transfer. So now we have saved it. We have to give also for the operand factor, that is T1 factor for lump sum, and we'll take it from 15/11/2015, valid up to 31st 12 999. Factor I'll give it as 1. Has been adjusted, so transfer and then save it. So we've given all the operand values for the price, for the lump sum price, and also the factor. Now we will do with the EASIBI and then execute. Now billing is completed. We have created the bill. So a billing order deleted for the contract 2 with the scheduled billing date 28. So billing for the contract 2 is completed with the document number 1000. That is the end billing. Because we have done the end billing, it is taking the number range as 1000. Okay. So because consumption billings we are taking from 1 to 999. So this is basically the end billing. So now I can see the billing display. Go to billing, billing execution, and then billing analysis. For the contract 2, what is the document? 1000. Select this. So basically there will be 3 lines here in the billing document. First will be the statistical information on the quantity. Second will be valuated line item with the price, and third will be standing energy. So the first line item is showing we are billing 750 kilowatt hour for the billing, and then that 750 kilowatt hour we are billing with the price of 7 rupees. Because using a scale price, it is taking 7. Okay, because our quantity is lying in that particular scale, so 5250. And the third line item will be the standing energy corresponding to the number of meter reading days. It is taking what is the uh, amount. So time portion is 75 days. Actually what has happened for this contract, we did not initially create any billing document, so straight away we have done the manual billing. That's why sorry, the end billing, that's why that errors were coming. Okay, but now it has been taken care. So 75 days we are taking the billing period. Now this particular invoice I can convert into my billing, I can convert into invoice. So go to EA19 and then process the print document. The reconciliation key I have to give. So T7, T8 is I'll give reconciliation key. We are preparing the invoice for the contract account 101 and then execute. T8 reconciliation key does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes. Now, there are some billing documents available, but we did not convert them into invoice. So I'm taking straight away at the moment 1000. That is the manual billing document. the end billing document, and we are converting into the print document. Okay, I have done some gas billing, so it is showing for that. Because contract account I've used it same for electricity as well as gas, so it was showing for that purpose. 3 billing documents I have created for testing purpose using the same contract account, so that's why you are able to see the gas billing document, but this is the electricity document. So invoicing is completed. Select the display document, so we can see the print preview. What is the document? So basically it is showing 5,250 is the energy charges, standing energy 1,232, tax is 648. Now corresponding to this document, it has processed the FICA document. So if you go to environment, display the documents. So this is the FICA document what has been prepared for the contract 2. You consider only one contract. So for that it has got energy account and the output tax. But energy account itself has got basically two values, one for the consumption energy, one for the standing energy, because we are using the same GL account. So if you go to GL item, you will see same account we are posting two values. One is the energy amount, one is the standing energy, and one is the tax. Now this FICA document what we have prepared is open. I can transfer it to financial accounting. So for that I have to close this particular reconciliation key and then summarize it and then send it to financial accounting. So go to the FICA and then close the reconciliation key and then send it to financial accounting. So go to document, reconciliation key, close the reconciliation key. Reconciliation key is 8. Select it. T8. It is T8 is the reconciliation key and then execute. Postings can be done. I can continue to use the reconciliation key if required, but I want to close this. So close. Are you want to show? Yes. Now transfer to GL has not yet taken place, which you are going to do now. Okay. So after closing the reconciliation key, we go to periodic processing, select the forward posting, execution, transfer to general ledger. Select this. Our reconciliation key is T8 and then select the list of documents created, local update, execute. So now we are basically transferring this final billing document invoice to account posting, financial accounting posting. So it will debit the reconciliation account and credit the energy account and the tax account. Corresponding to account 14050 reconciliation account, the customer account 101 also has been debited. So if you go to the account balances of the account, we can see what is the amount receivable from the customer. So go to account balance. We'll select open items. If you select open items, what are receivables will be shown. So this is the amount which is pending, 7131.7. And then we can clear this payment like we have done before by going to payment and then select under the payment the payment at the cash desk. Select it. So contract account is 101 and the company code is TTT. The reconciliation key, we are creating a new one. Let us say T9, currency INR, value date, same date 29/01/2016. Now we can find out what is the items which are due. Select the items. So for 141 business partner 10 contract account, 7137 is pending. So this amount we want to pay from the customer side. So enter the payment and then post it. So now it will clear the payment also. So there will not be any outstandings anymore, okay, because you have cleared the payment. So if you go to account balance and then see open items, it will not show any open items. But if you select all items, it will show earlier open items and also cleared items. So totally 3 billing documents we did: 6,600, 15,710, 7,131, and all these amounts have been paid. That's why you can see in the green button the payments which have been cleared. So these are the actual FICA documents what have been posted. So because of this, we can see that there's no balance due from the customer. So this is the process how we do move out. Tomorrow we'll do one more move out where we will trigger the auto final billing from the document itself, and then you will see how the process will start. And after that, we'll start discussing on the manual billing document. Okay, that is the third category of the billing. And after that, we'll complete the mass processing, and then we'll start working on the budget billing, how we can do the budget billing in the system. So shall I close the session for today?